guys, we're going to do an Ask Chiib today. Quite a few of you sent me questions, so I'm going to try my best to answer as many as possible without making this a really long video. What do you think about the new World of Warcraft expansion? Well, I'm excited for everyone who enjoys playing World of Warcraft. I mean, you get a whole new class, you get a bunch of new zones, you get to level up, do more quests, more storyline. It's very exciting. Though I personally don't play World of Warcraft in my free time. I only play it with my best boo, Danielle, with our Derpcraft series. So if I ever get to the point in Derpcraft where we actually go to that expansion, that's when I'll probably play it. I honestly play Final Fantasy XIV in my free time. Why is Abigail so damn cute? Well, I'll tell you. It's because she's made out of sugar and spice and everything nice. What is your favorite class of all time in Final Fantasy XIV? I would have to say it's probably the White Mage. I love healing people, but if I had to choose the DPS class, I would probably choose the Black Mage. Really, I just like magic. That's what it's coming down to. I'm just a magic user, okay? And they do a lot of heavy, huge spike damage. I like that, playing as the DPS. Chiib, can you please make more best of Derpcraft videos? I just love seeing the compilations with your edits to them. Big old smiley face. Well, to be completely honest, I have not recorded Derpcraft in quite some time, and that is because I switched my channel only over to in real life videos, so no more gameplay on this channel. If you enjoy if this is news to you, there's a video a while back explaining why I made this choice. And I am only doing videos on Twitch right now. I do live streams every Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, starting at 12:30 Central Time, and I do random streams throughout the week as well, just completely random. So if you follow my Twitch account, it should send you an email, or if you follow me on Twitter, I always announce when I'm gonna go live. But since a lot of people have been a little bit upset about that change, I've been considering making a Chiib gaming channel just to upload my my playthroughs on Twitch, because I'm playing everything through Twitch. So most of it would be highlights of Twitch or whole videos of me interacting with everyone and playing through a game on Twitch, and maybe randomly, very randomly, actual gameplay of me not on Twitch. So let me know if you guys like that idea, but I don't think I'll ever have video games on this channel again, just because of the YouTube algorithm. What was the reason you decided to start with YouTube? Well, honestly, I made a YouTube channel because I was lonely. I know that sounds so incredibly just sad and pathetic, but it's the truth. I moved here. I lived in Jacksonville, Florida my entire life. I mean, I grew up there and lived there the majority of my life, and then about four or 5 years ago, I can't remember, it's been so long, I'm Kansan now. But it was about 4 or 5 years ago, I uprooted my life and moved here to Kansas, and I didn't know anyone. My family didn't live here at the time. I had my animals and my husband, and that was it. No baby Abigail existed. I didn't even have baby Abigail. So I was just so sad, and I'm so lonely. And, I'm a hermit. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm a house dweller. I like to stay inside my house. This is why you see this paleness here. So I was just really lonely, and I thought, what better way to make friends with common interests than making videos online? Hopefully finding friends with similar interests, basically. So that's how I started. And there's a follow-up question which says, was it difficult for you to open yourself this way to strangers? Well, honestly, I don't really think it's, it is difficult because there can be negative comments, and if you allow it, it can really hurt your feelings. But I don't find it difficult to talk to the camera because it's just me in my room and I'm talking to you guys via the camera. But if I were to meet any of you in real life, it would be very, very awkward because I am a very socially inept person. I know a lot of people say that, but I really am very socially awkward. Have you seen the Allison Road trailer yet? I had not, and I just looked it up, and it looks like it's going to be a really cool game, so I'm going to have to check that out. I love going into games and having to, it's like mystery games where you have to go in and find out what happened to the people. I should be a detective. I love solving mysteries. What is the first MMO you have ever played, and in which year? Well, this is gonna make me feel incredibly old, but it had to be about 11 or 12 years ago, and it was RuneScape. I played that game so much with my sister Trish. I'm gonna go into the wild because you could go on in the wild and get these capes that were really cool. There was like a bunch of different capes in the wild that you could get. And it was just kind of one of those things that was like, oh yeah, that person's got that cape. They've been in the wild, that far in the wild as well. So I was going to get this cape. And this guy kept like walking around my sister, like trying to antagonize her and stuff. And I was like, you know what? Just come into the wild. Just start heading towards me. And if that guy messes with you, I'm gonna kick his butt. Because the whole server is PvE, except for in the wild is PvP. So she started running in, and sure enough, this guy followed her in and tried to kill her. And she got to me, and I just started wailing on that dude. And I was kicking his butt, and he was like running around trying to tie to me. He's like, please, no, why are you doing this? Leave me alone, please. And I was like, maybe you should not have hit my sister. Eh? What comes around goes around, buddy. It really sucks because in that game, I'm not sure if they've changed it, but when you die, you can keep like just a few items on you. You get to choose which items you keep, and like I think you just a few items, and then you drop the rest of your stuff. So we got to take all of his stuff. Oh, it was great. It was so great remembering those days. I love that game. Have you played the game with the greatest storyline in a game ever? Planescape Torment. I actually have never played that game, but if it's got the greatest storyline ever, then I should probably check it out because I do love me a good storyline. How is your other dog, Duncan? Because it's been a long time since you talked about him. Duncan is actually doing very well. He's about 7 or 8 years now, and I think the only reason I talk about Lulu more is because Duncan is a lot more reserved. He's laid back. He just kind of hangs out. He's only energetic when you have cheese. That's about it. He just likes to relax. Duncan is like a cat. If you could change one thing about your life, what would you change? Well, I used to want to travel back in time and change my childhood and just stand up to all the people who bullied me and just stick it to them. But now I realize that going through those experiences helped me become the person that I am, so I wouldn't change that. So if I could change one thing, I would probably make myself win the lottery. Because then I could travel the world and help other people. I mean, how exciting and cool would that be to just have all this money and not be greedy with it, and just, I mean, I could give so much money to like St. Jude's and help children with cancer, or I could just even like random people. If you see a homeless person in the street, you could completely change their life, or anybody who's, I mean, that would just be such a cool thing to do. I could open an animal shelter or something, anything really. What happened?